Once again, we have descended back into the headquarters, back into the steam tunnels, and we have observed the rites and rituals, and the triumvirate is here to give you our unsolicited opinions for a good hour or so, just to sit back and enjoy dissecting the minutiae of the day. It is I, Josh, the unofficial poobah here. Run around. We're gonna have a little fun today. We're gonna try and mess up with the format just a tiny bit, just to play around.
You call yourself a poobah.
That is it. It's poobah, not a grand poobah, just a poobah. Haven't earned my grand status as so much as yet.
More like a great poobah.
Great
poobah. A really great poobah.
I'll
really
take
great poobah.
I'll take great any day. I just take the poobah. I was like, I really actually do.
You're a great poobah.
As I say though, I do want to. I think now, no one can see us because we're still in an audio medium. I think we need to meet with those water buffalo hats that they had in the Flintstones. Remember those with the
Royal Order of Water Buffaloes?
My man Greg knows what I'm talking about. Of course he does.
By the way, the neck strength of those gentlemen. I mean, are we missing the point that Flintstones was just inhabited by a bunch of superhumans because they could stop moving cars with their feet and they're wearing water buffalo helmets at great lengths of time. So those things had to be like 50 pounds. I'm just pointing out.
I mean, they're cavemen. I mean,
yeah, there was that,
Yeah.
Domesticated cavemen.
But what was that door made of? Because every time Fred got locked out of that fucking house, he's pounding on that door. And as you said, the dude pushes cars with his feet, stops them. Occasionally him and Barney pick the fucking car up and move it, right? They have steamroller wheels of solid rock, right? And he can't get through the door, right? He's
cannot.
They're superhuman.
That door was actually vibranium. So apparently
seriously
MCU crossover.
Black Panthers on top of the top. They're going Wakanda forever.
Actually, there ain't no black people in Bedrock, man. There's like no black people in Bedrock.
There is that, isn't it? It is just, I guess that is just a little bit of some kind of,
that was just the one neighborhood.
Dream, huh?
If you pan to the left, if the camera panned to the left, it showed South Flintstone, South Bedrock,
the wrong side of the quarry,
aka
South side of
Bedrock.
Holy shit!
You just got panned over to the side.
Oh my god!
Black Bedrock would be the shit.
That would be pretty awesome.
They were just literally there the whole time. It was like, and sad truth is like all Flintstones mostly that. I mean, all Bedrock's mostly black, but like they just focus on this one white part.
One white part. That's it. Oh my god. I'll get myself in trouble, but they should have had, those should be in the Lost episodes where Fred and Barney go like to the south side to get some good food, for example.
There's like a caveman George Jefferson. It's like,
exactly.
And the best part is the only way this works, they're not in the prehistoric age. Like they were working with like
no, for real,
regular cars, regular business.
All the houses are made of wood.
Yeah,
because y'all still got wood. Why are you making everything out of stone? Stone is harder.
My God.
Try to explain insulation.
We have trees.
We get that stone blocks a lot of stuff, but if you pad it with, fuck it, just go back to North Bedrock. Get out of here.
Right,
get out of here. Get out of here. Fuck out of here. Well, this just, folks, this is the spontaneity of this show and what we truly love because we didn't plan any of that, and this just brings us into our introductions beautifully. I don't think we'll ever top that. But it even leads into our subject beautifully. So clearly it is on our mind. But I do want to introduce my fellow poobahs, grand, great, and beautiful as they are, without a doubt. RaShaun Smith, join us today at 3 Clubs. How you doing here today?
Doing well. I'm hanging out with my people, so I'm good.
Excellent. You're in your own little South Bedrock right now.
I am. But guess what, Josh? You always can come to the cookout here in South Bedrock.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Nice.
Because, the food in Bedrock clearly sucks. There's no two ways, and I need to go to a good cookout.
let's be real. You ain't invited to North Bedrock too much either. Once they find out,
not so much. No.
All right.
You had to create a very nice neighborhood in East Bedrock.
In East Bedrock, without a doubt,
Yeah.
yes. Bought under an assumed name. Didn't end in Steen or what?
Don't end in Steen.
Does not end in Steen. Rockstein.
All right.
Steen silent.
Without a doubt. No, definitely had to sneak in, build your own little neighborhood, build the synagogue later on. You know.
Yeah, it's a church.
You could do that.
You call it synagogue, but it's a church. You can call it a church.
It's a church. Doesn't have a cross on the window. That's okay. Still church. It's all right.
And no Bibles, but
no Bible. It's all right. No worries. Right? We still sing. It's all good.
By the way, put this on your head.
Going over to my other South Bedrock favorite residence, Greg DeSense, the Star Child. How you doing today?
I'm feeling all right. Enjoying our visit to South Bedrock.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't be in bed, just going by statistics of where Caribbeans move. We're only going to be in Bedrock for one generation, but we're gonna make the best of it. Be nice to meet everybody.
That's it. Gotta bring all the good stuff, without a doubt, even if it is just for the generation, and then moving along. Well, that it brings us to beautifully, as I say, into the subject today that I'm gonna totally credit this with you, Greg, that we were talking as one does, as we are wont to do here in our little collective, our little triumvirate. And we decided we wanted to elect ourselves president of entertainment for the day. So all three of us I hereby dub thee. We run the entertainment industry today. And we were talking about the idea of mashups, of crossovers, of trying to take those things and mixing expectations. So that leads us beautifully to South Bedrock, if nothing else. I mean, I'm
Word.
So just blended right in absolutely perfectly. But that was our premise today. Our jumping off premise is like, what do we want to see? Where are the mix-ups? Where are the mashups? Where are those things that we wanted to see combined? Those things that defied our expectations, and something that could be really fucking cool. Whereas I say, I think we have walked out of here with a fantastic concept that I'm ready to take to the studios right about now. I can see the pitch meeting now. It's the Jeffersons meets the Flintstones. There was already
Make sure you write out the hate campaign against it too. Woke Flintstones. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, just whatever.
By the way, it just hit me, and child in the 80s and 90s. I totally forgot. Wu-Tang beat us. Wu-Tang Clan already beat us. They did.
The gravel pit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I was going with the Boondocks.
Ghostface Killer again.
Ghostface Killer. ODB is for the children. Don't ever forget that. ODB is indeed for the children. He told us so, without a doubt. But
I mean, I believe him.
It's hard. It's at the face of it, I can't find anything to disagree with. But
between the time, okay, Redman's MTV Cribs episode, unbelievable. But the time that old dirty bastard took a limo to go cash food stamps, amazing. Amazing, groundbreaking television.
Moments in late 90s, early aughts history.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was amazing.
That's like one of the most controversial moments in hip hop history. It is literally the Hatfield and McCoys. A lot of people are like, that was the greatest thing. That was so liberating, blah, blah, blah. Other people like, yo, you set us back like 50 fucking years. It is such an interesting, like when you start pulling on that thread, you start getting into a lot of strong opinions that do not want to move.
I can only imagine just being a watcher from the outside on that one and remembering the incident. Remember him talking about it on Opie and Anthony of all things. So there you go, little DJ history there for you. But
they did good interviews, man. Like I'm unearthing a couple of those interviews. They did a lot of good interviews.
Yeah. actually, they got in a lot of trouble for it, but yeah, I think I'm with you that they did. But Greg, I want you to start us off today. Talk about a little bit since this was your brainchild, and one thing I will try and include a graphic of. You did a fantastic graphic of the X-Men blended in and mixed up with Reservoir Dogs, which RaShaun and I absolutely lost our minds over. So that's that led us to South Bedrock, into the gravel pit, and to all the
it spiraled. Yep.
Without a doubt. But give us your 10 minutes of fame here, and tell us, in your 10 minutes in charge of as being president of entertainment, what would you bring out for us?
I mean, I probably have phases. Like there's a couple of phases. So I'm gonna roll with what you brought up with the X-Men and the Reservoir Dogs. I was thinking, imagine that. You know what I mean? The X-Men, instead of their big, over the top clashes with villains, they just pull off capers, ultra violent capers, most of which go badly because everyone has a somewhat good control over their powers, but not really. You really couldn't see Wolverine cutting off somebody's ear just for fun. Tell the truth. You can see that shit happening, no question about it.
Oh my God, I can hear the music.
Stuck in the middle with you. Right?
I mean,
you could see that
he really did not get too far away from that.
Yeah, exactly. You could see that very easily. And I don't know, maybe it would just be like a one-off graphic novel, but just them pulling off crimes, one of them dying after the other. I did this because I heard that the X-Men 97 lineup animated series is they're gonna do a reboot of it. So I was like, all right, let me get out ahead of this and make this first. So that's why I picked that particular lineup. In the back of my mind, being the generation that I am, Dukes of Hazzard, Good Times. I feel like they had a lot to teach each other. I feel like there would be a lot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I feel like there would be a lot of room for growth. All right. Like those two shows are kind of happening at the same time. I wouldn't say Dukes of Hazzard Cosby Show, because Cosby, he was, a little anti-black when he was hot. And then
do we want to give Bill Cosby a fast car and a license to drive like a
rapey meets Confederate flag?
Or more like escaping prison sentences,
right? Or maybe that's a reason to do it. I don't know.
Or put Cosby and Boss Hogg together. I go for that.
Yeah. And side note, how come nobody ever made some moonshine called Uncle Jesse's Moonshine? I don't know if we need to go on a road trip to find that, but
too close.
It's probably out there somewhere.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah, I would think. Hands down, one of my favorites that I hope to God happens, not movie, a video game, but Mortal Kombat Thundercats. Imagine what the Thundercats fatalities would be. They're part cat. They're just going to rip people to shreds, pull out their brains, leave their carcasses for their masters, all sorts of shit. Just tearing people to pieces. All right. Like it would be fantastic. The things you can do with a sword that grows whenever you say thunder. The Thundercats fatalities would be absolutely fucking sick. Ghostbusters Hellraiser.
I'm just stuck on Panther's fatality. I'm going to dark places. I'm not gonna.
It would be nasty. He would just do the nunchuck flips and just rip your body apart little by little. It would be gorgeous. I'm just, I'm dropping jewels, people, dropping jewels.
I feel like he would just give you a lecture until you die.
Not in this version. That's the point. Ghostbusters Hellraiser. Why the fuck not? I think that stems from that creepy blow